AITA for telling my mill she made her bed so lay in it. My husband and I are in our early 30s, married for a few years but together for 11. Throughout this time we often argued due to my eel's behavior but specifically mill. There are many examples I could make, but to sum it up, she has been controlling not only to my husband but also me, even going as far as pressuring my husband to make me do what she wanted regarding situations that didn't concern her at all, disrespectful towards me, overall invasive and demanding. You name it. The only thing she has not done is directly insult me to my face. I kept telling my husband I was over their behavior and to put a stop to it, but he never really acted decisively, so Mill never really stopped. Time after time I would put up a happy front and bite my tongue not to cause drama, but because everything just keeps piling up I'm always on the verge of blowing up whenever I'm around them. I told my husband I'd like to limit contact at least for a while, but he insists we go visit. My husband is also aware of much I'm affected by this. Anyway, we meet up and Mill starts with her usual antics. I stay quiet until I've had enough and start talking back to her. I did not insult her, but I wouldn't let anything slide like I usually do and highlighted every inappropriate or invasive comment. She is surprised and asked me what came onto me. I never acted like this, and so on. In a fit of rage I wasn't yelling and I spoke calmly and slowly, but my emotional state was crystal clear. You couldn't mistake it for a light-hearted remark. I told her she's been disrespecting me for years and this is what she's getting now, and she made her bed so she should just lay in it. Things got tense and we left. I'm upset but finally feel liberated for standing up for myself. Husband seems torn. Mill is obviously livid. Husband has now said that he agrees and understands my emotional state on the matter but also wants to keep the peace and to just apologize. I refused and said I would only be open to revisit the relationship if I see some change and effort to at least be cordial and mutually respectful, and I absolutely will not apologize for anything I said because I mean it and would do it again. I reminded him that he had many chances to stand up to them and that I also said no one involved would enjoy it if I had to stand up for myself, and he never took me seriously. I also said I never insulted her or yelled at her, so apologizing for my reaction to her comments sounds incredibly backwards. AITA for what I said and for not budging on this? Halpen says, NTA for this moment, but you've been treating yourself poorly for years by staying with a man who is willing to sit by silently while you are being treated disrespectfully, and asks you to take the poor treatment to keep the peace. Why did you marry him before this got resolved? At least at this point you don't have kids. If he does want kids, then find a good counselor and insist on establishing boundaries with the eels before you bring a baby into this toxic family. OK Conference 4266 says, NTA you're a saint. Your husband needs to step up and be better. If he can't stand up for you with you present, I highly doubt that he does behind your back. Makes me wonder what Mill says when you are not there, and why she's comfortable enough to say it to him. Penny Whistle Smoopy says, NTA. You are 1000 correct. Do not budge on this. Good for you and your shiny spine, op. Your husband digging in his heels and refusing to resolve this with his mother is making it so much worse. This is not on you to continue to be treated poorly to keep the peace. It is ultimately on your Mill to treat her son and daughter-in-law with respect. Full stop. Thanks for watching. I love you. Follow Reddit Echoes for more.